Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, hello. My name is Emma, I'm 16 years old and I'm currently documenting my journey from recovery from anorexia. And today I'm going to be talking about my motivations to recover and how I got out of my relapse and just recovery questions in general that I seem to get asked a lot, and also how many calories should you be eating in recovery, because it's just something that really pops up in my DMs like all the time, and I feel like I just definitely need to discuss it and just answer it rather than getting lots of DMs and then having to go through them and kind of replying the same kind of thing. I think it's better if I'm just able to send a video to someone and be like, all the information you need is in this call video. And these kind of videos, I guess, too, are kind of helpful too if you're, sitting down and you're eating and you need a distraction. I know that videos are really helpful for people. Before we get into this video, I just want to say a huge thank you to Firmu, who sent me these lovely glasses. So as you can tell, I'm wearing glasses. I never really wear glasses, but I actually do need glasses for reading and for being on like a computer, and I think sometimes TV. But I haven't been in the opticians in such a long time, and basically Firmu were kindly enough to send me some glasses, and look at this little glass case. Look how cute this case is. So cute. And you can get these glasses, so you can get them as if like you wanted them for like fashion kind of thing. So if you just wanted to wear glasses, so these ones are actually just fashion glasses, but you can also get a prescription kind of glasses where if you actually generally need glasses all the time, then they can do the lenses for you and stuff. And they have so many different styles and they're just so beautiful, and I absolutely love them, and they came so fast. And I think they're actually a US company, but the glasses came within like 3 days or something since I ordered them. And yeah, I was just gonna mention, so if you want to find out more about these glasses, and go ahead and click the link in the description below, and you'll be able to see lots of different styles of glasses. And I just want to say a huge thank you for giving me the opportunity to try these glasses and review them. They are really good quality, and yeah, let's go on and get on with the video. So the first thing that we're going to cover is how many calories do I need in recovery, and am I eating too much, am I eating too little? So if you're asking yourself, am I eating too little? 9 times out of 10, you're probably eating too little. And if you're wondering you're eating too much, I want to say there is no such thing as eating too much in anorexia recovery. You can eat 10,000 calories in one day and you will be fine. There is no such thing as too much. So basically, my best recommendation for people in recovery is to do the mini mode method. However, I know that if people are at the very beginning of recovery and are literally just diving into recovery, doing mini mode can actually be fairly dangerous because of refeeding syndrome. So I'll give a quick rundown on what refeeding syndrome is. So it's basically if you've been in a really calorie deficit, so say if you're eating under 600 calories and you do a major jump of calories, and basically your body can go into shock because it's not used to the calories, and it can actually cause lots of side effects and even in some circumstances death. So I don't want to scare anyone off recovery. It's really rare actually for refeeding syndrome to happen, but it's just important that people are educated on that matter. So if we're going to do recovery, we need to make sure that recovery is a safe way. And that's why I would always recommend you to go and see a medical professional first, and they can also guide you information on that. But this is also for people who are struggling to do that, or don't have the courage just yet to go and see a medical professional, or has seen a medical professional before, or has relapsed and wants to get back on track. This might be a good idea for you to do. So if you're fresh out of your eating disorder calorie deficit thing, and you're wanting to recover and you don't know where to start, so I would say is you start at wherever you are, whatever you're doing. Make sure that you make at least a jump to 1,000 calories. And then from each day, jump 200 calories. So say 1,000 at one day, 1,200, 1,400, 1,000 onwards. You get what I mean. until you reach around about 1,800. Then I would say it's safe enough to make a jump to say like 2,500, and then you can start mini mode at 3,000 calories. So I know that sounds like a really lengthy process, but I want to make sure that you guys are safe, and also that if you're really concerned about refeeding syndrome, or you think you might be experiencing refeeding syndrome, definitely go ahead and see a medical professional, because it is really serious, and I just want to make sure you guys are safe, basically. But say that you've been in recovery for some time, maybe you're in quasi recovery and you've been sticking at a safe kind of calorie level, and you're like, I've been eating this much calories, I've been eating food, and you've been in recovery for some time, then I would say mini mode is definitely for you, and that mini mode is safe for you to do. So there is no other way around it other than to make that huge jump and don't look back, basically. I know it's so much easier to sit there and be like, oh, well, I'll try tomorrow, I'll make this little jump, and then I'll make that big jump the next day. But to be honest, tomorrow never comes. And you will say, well, I'll try tomorrow or the next day, and you will do this over and over and over again, and you're just kind of fooling yourself, because your eating disorder kind of won't let you. You really need to go in. I saw a post the other day from Hat Will Beat This, and it basically said that, say you're in battle, and when you're charging towards the battle, you're not going to just kill off a couple of enemies and then be like, oh, well, wait the next day, because otherwise you'll just fail. You need to go ahead and go straight into that battle and try and defeat all the enemies. And that's exactly the same what you have to do with recovery. You just have to just dive in. And yes, it's scary. And yes, you will probably experience extreme amounts of guilt, but you will also feel so empowered that you're actually doing something about this. And if you want to recover, which is something you need to do, and something that you have, in order to recover, you have to want it. You can't want it for someone else, you can't want it for your dog, or you can't want it for just for the sake of just getting better for other people. You have to want it for yourself, otherwise it just won't work. Recovery needs to be for you. This is your recovery, no one else's, your recovery. And nothing is going to change if you just sit back and don't do anything. So if you want more information on mini mode, then go ahead and click the link in the description below. I've also did a video in the past about mini mode that I'll also link in the description below, where I just talk through the guidelines and stuff. But it's definitely the best way of starting recovery, and definitely I would say is the amount you should be eating in recovery. The minimum should be around 3,000 calories. And I also just want to mention too, no exercise. So I know that this is something that I've struggled with in the past. I've actually been struggling with it more recently. Since I came out of my relapse, I did struggle with over exercise, and I've had to stop it because it actually caused an injury to my foot, because of the fact that I was doing so much exercise that I caused an injury. And I freaked out, and I actually thought I did a stress fracture, which means when you do so much kind of exercise on one area at a time, it can cause a stress fracture because your bones kind of just don't handle it. And exercise is just not good whatsoever in recovery. It puts too much strain on your heart and can basically just cause you to drop dead at any second, which is really scary, but it's the reality of having an eating disorder. You could literally have a cardiac arrest at any moment, and it's really serious. So I would, during mini mode too, it's like a rule thing where you can't do any exercise. So just to clarify, so start mini mode. If you are at a safe time to start mini mode, then definitely start mini mode. My recommendations is to eat a minimum of 3,000 calories every day. You can go over that, just don't go under that. And don't be scared too to go over that. 3,000 calories is a minimum. I can't scream this enough. Some days I eat way more than 3,000 calories, and you just have to do it. If you want it, then just do it, okay? Nothing's gonna happen to you. And then I also want to mention once again, there's no food is too much food. So, now that we've talked about how much calories should I eat in recovery, let's talk about the motivations and reasons why I'm going to recover and why I got out of my relapse in the first place. So the main reason I had to get out of my relapse was I was literally kind of forced out of my relapse. I didn't really have a choice, although I was in a position where I didn't actually think I'd be sitting here today. As awful as it sounds, I was literally ready to end my life last month, which is really, really dark and really, really deep. But my thoughts just got really dark, and I wasn't looking to the future, and I wasn't ready to live in a life where I felt completely miserable. However, with the support of my family and my friends, I decided to get back on recovery, and I started up posting again on my Instagram, which was a huge motivator. If you don't have recovery Instagram, then I definitely recommend you go ahead and set that up. However, before posting things, really think to yourself if the things you're posting is going to be helpful for others. And I will do a video doing how to set up a recovery kind of Instagram and just talk about how to set it up like a successful kind of recovery Instagram or YouTube channel. If you guys want to see that, then please let me know in the description below. I mean in the comments below, not in the description below. And basically, my family basically said if that I don't choose to do it at home, I will literally be sectioned. And I don't want to be sectioned. It's the scariest thing to me ever. Being sent away from my home, not being able to just be at the comfort of my own home and recover really, 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 really freaks me out. So I really just kind of sucked it up and just started recovering again. I watched lots of videos on recovering, and it just really motivated me. So Alzani motivated me, Hit Girl and Lost Seller really motivated me, Meg's Recovery really motivated me. With lots of different people who kind of just got me back to my mindset of positivity, and now I'm sat here today and I'm actively recovering and I'm feeling 100 times better for it, 100 times better. I don't have suicidal thoughts anymore, which is really, really good, and I'm able to share my information with you guys, and I love doing that. And another thing that I want to mention is my reasons to recover. My reasons to recover are, for me, you have to want recovery. Like I mentioned, you have to want it for you. This is your recovery, no one else's, and this is your future. 2, there might not be a tomorrow, and there might not be a next week. So make sure that you live each day like it's your last. As cringe as it sounds, it's true. You don't know what's around the corner. You don't know what might happen tomorrow, and you want to make sure that your last day isn't sitting worried about how many calories you had for breakfast or if you had that extra slice of bread. You don't want to do that. You don't want to waste your last day freaking out about that. Free for my future. I really want to aim on my career and aim on getting a relationship started, starting a family. I want my period back, so obviously that comes in with having a family and stuff, and I still don't have that back yet, and that's really scary. It's almost been 2 years, and soon it'll be 2.5 years, which is freaking me out a little bit, but I know that in time it will come when I'm weight restored and all that jazz. And 5, to be healthy. I'm really unhappy with the body that I'm currently in. I find myself far too thin, and I'm just unhappy with it. And I really just want to be healthy, and I don't want to be obsessed about food. I don't want to be spending my life worried about calories, and I don't want to waste any more time. I feel like I've wasted 4 years of my life. 4 years that could have been filled with me having lots of opportunities, traveling, going places, making new friends, and instead I've been stuck doing recovery and relapsing, and I've missed out on so many opportunities now. I've missed out on my schooling pretty much. I'm missing out on prom. I'm missing out on lots of different things. However, I know that I can make new memories once I recover. So why not wait? And two, I keep saying this to myself that if I don't do it now, then there's gonna have to be a time in the future where I'm gonna have to do it. So just do it now, you know? Like I say this to myself like all the time, like one way or another, you can't live a life with an eating disorder, and you can't just live starving yourself. You really need, life is just so much more than food, and your body and you're worth so much more. Like literally piss off eating disorder, because you are worth so much more than your eating disorder, and worth so much more than your body. Like your body does not define who you are as a person, and your body does not think you're worth. The number on that scale doesn't determine your worth. And you are you, not your eating disorder. And it's time for you to take control. If you have thoughts, you can't just sit with them. You have to just sit with them. Do not act on them. It's the actions that have the consequences. And you know what? Like, there's just so much more to life. So guys, I know this video has been kind of a lengthy video of me kind of preaching a lot of things. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I just want to let you know that I'm doing really well, and I'm sorry for the lack of uploads. I'm focusing on doing a few videos, and I know a lot of people want me to do the 10,000 calorie challenge, retry it with Hit Girl Marcella, because she's be doing it soon for her 1k subscribers, and I'm still kind of contemplating it. I'm not 100% sure just yet, and I just want to make sure that I'm 100% sure in the right mindset to do it. And I kind of really want to do it. Again, I'm just kind of nervous, and I want to make sure that it's not scary. Like, obviously it's going to be scary. It's kind of scary for anyone really, but I just want to make sure that I'm 100% ready for that. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and once again, just wanted to say a shout out to Vermoo. Go ahead and check out the glasses from the link in the screen below. And thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I hope it helped someone out there, and goodbye.